So WWE 2k25 has gone out for pre-order now on the Xbox and PlayStation. There is 3 different versions. You've got the standard, you've got the Deadman, and you've also got the Bloodline edition. You got 65 for the standard, 90 for the Deadman, and £120 for the Bloodline. There is a pre-order bonus as well. As long as you pre-order before the 13th of March, you will get a Wyatt 6-pack, and that will include a lot of my faction Persona cards, Uncle Howdy, Dexter, Nikki, Joe, and also Eric Rowan. You'll also get the Island cosmetics in Uncle Howdy's mask and also Nikki's cross mask as well. When it comes to the standard edition, it is just the base game plus the pre-order bonus. It will be out on the 14th of March, which is the earliest you can get it for the standard edition, but there is an early access for the others. This will be £65, so the standard is there. If then you go one up to the £90 version, this will come with both versions as well, with the Deadman and also Bloodline. You will get a lovely 7-day early access, meaning you can play it on the 7th of March instead. Obviously, the other 2 versions are a little bit more expensive. We're obviously only going to 90 for the Deadman and a whopping 120 for the Bloodline. And in terms of the Deadman, you will be able to get yourselves the WWE 2k25 Season Pass. This will give you a Supercharger and 5 DLC packs. You'll also then get the Deadman Edition bonus also. This will also come with the Bloodline Edition, so just in case you think that it's going to be one, it's going to give you some more Persona cards. Obviously, the Island cosmetic with a pre-order bonus, that's going to be for every edition, so it is just pretty much cosmetic characters and Persona cards you get. When it comes to the Bloodline Edition, that is where you get a few extra perks. Obviously, everything else is included with it. You'll also then get the Bloodline Edition bonus pack. This will give you some Persona cards with obviously a 114 Jey Uso. You'll get the Greatest Hits Roman Reigns. You'll also then, for Steam only, get 32,500 VC, and you'll also get the Yeet tank top, sunglasses, OTC shirt, and Family Above All hoodie. You'll also then get the Rock Nation of Domination pack, which obviously gives you a Rock Persona card. And then finally, the other 2, you get the WrestleMania 41 pack, which will be available in the summer of 2025. This will give you a WrestleMania 41 arena, the WrestleMania event Superstar Persona card, you'll get 2 of them, and a new Superstar Persona, which is to be decided. Also inside that, you get the Ringside Pass also, which is a Season Pass, and a Superstar Mega Boost of My Rise Boost and 100,000 VC. Now, I must admit, a lot of it is based on my faction, so straight off the bat, if you are considering to not play my faction and maybe you just like playing some odd matches with your friends, maybe you like building a career mode, kind of single player based stuff, maybe you don't go and buy into the my faction sort of stuff, then I'd possibly say, to be honest, the £65 standard is going to be the best one for you. If you are a casual fan that maybe picks the game up every now and then most definitely. Also to note, if you're not necessarily too fussed about getting it as early as possible and maybe kind of want it for a very discounted price, it does go onto the Game Pass a fair few months after the game's release, so we're talking like half a year. But I mean, if you're not willing to pay for it, it does go on the Game Pass, so just something to consider if you are that much of a casual fan. Now, when it comes to the 2 other versions, personally for me, I think if you are like a hardcore WWE is your thing, it's your spiel, that's your game you play, then I must admit you do get the most out of the 120. You do get all of the packs. If you do the My Faction, it's going to give you a little boost there. And yes, you could still buy kind of all of the stuff as the game does come out, but I must admit you do get some of the perks that do give you the Season Pass and maybe stuff that might cost you that little bit more if you was to buy it separately. So a hardcore fan, to be honest, I reckon you've probably already done the 120. It's normally a pretty decent version to get as a very, very hardcore fan. The only time I would say the Deadman Edition is worth buying over the standard is obviously if you're not that much of a hardcore fan, but you do want to play it 7 days early. 7 days is quite a decent amount of time. Normally it's 3 to 5, and I'd say 3 can be might be not worth the extra £20, but the 7 days is a considerable amount of time if you are looking to play this game as quick as possible. So for me, I think the casual fan, £65 is probably enough, and that's being said with all of the games coming out at the moment, which are very, very expensive. But then not only that, the Bloodline Edition for you hardcore fans. Personally, it's the one I normally get because I do enjoy the game, I must admit. It's not necessarily my only game, but it is well worth the money in my opinion. So I would say hardcore fans, if you're going to splash out for one game, I think WWE normally is a pretty good one. That being said, hopefully the game does live up to the hype again, and hopefully a lot of things have changed from 2K24. Let me know down below which versions you're getting, and I'll catch you all for the next one.